Hi everyone, welcome back to the workshop, and it's repair time again, and this time it's hopefully just a quick video. I've picked up this DYMO LabelPOINT 100 faulty label printer here, and picked it up for just a few pounds off of eBay, including shipping. And the reason I bought this is because I really like the DYMO units. I do actually have its bigger brother here, the LabelPOINT 300, which I've had for many years. I make good use of this in and around the workshop for labelling just about everything. So I saw the LabelPOINT 100 off of eBay, and I just thought I'd take a punt on it. It's a smaller unit and maybe a little bit more handier just for leaving lying around the workbench for those quick and easy labelling that I might need to do from time to time. So the eBay ad just said it was a problem with the LCD not reading correctly, and also it was missing its battery cover. Now the battery cover is dead easy. I can 3D print a new one of those, no problem. So I've already removed the cartridge that was in it, and it's done. It was completely empty. In fact, it was a little bit of a mess here. Looks like somebody's been at it there. And but the reason I've bought the LabelPOINT 100 is because it can use the same cartridges as its bigger brother. So I do actually have a brand new A45013 12mm cartridge here. So let's pop that in there. I've already fitted batteries. There we go. The motor made a noise anyway. So let's power it up and see if we can see what's wrong with the LCD. Yep, got the splash screen there, and yeah, I think I can see straight away we've got a flashing cursor there, but it's not the full underscore that it should be. So let me try typing in something. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Yeah, I think if you can see there is a few pixels missing. The contrast is probably not as good as it should be, especially at the left hand end. That A is almost unreadable, and there's a little bit of ghosting on some of the pixels that are meant to be off. Perhaps it's just the angle I'm looking at it here with the camera, but yeah. So I'll obviously have to go inside it. I'm hoping it uses zebra strips, and perhaps that's where the problem lies. A very, very common problem with LCD displays like this is that the zebra strips just get a bit dirty, and it can inhibit the electrical connection between the PCB and the actual LCD glass itself. But more importantly, let's see if it prints okay. So let's hit the print button and see what happens. Well, the motor's all working. And that printed out beautifully, no problem at all there. So it looks like the only problem I've got is ads advertised, the LCD. Let's open it up. And that flat flex there, I'll need to be careful with that. That's for the head, the print head inside the unit, so I don't want to damage that. So there's some masking tape there. Looks like it's holding down the LCD, and unfortunately I don't think this uses zebra strips at all, because there's a ribbon there up onto the PCB. Let's take a look underneath this little cover here and see what we've got. No, it's not. And you can see that we've got this small ribbon here directly attached onto the PCB, and also the glass itself. Okay, so I've powered it back up with it open, and as you can see, it's a lot worse. The problem's a lot worse. It's still got the beginnings of the alphabet there, A, B, C, D, etc. But it's almost unreadable now. So it looks like removing the pressure that was holding the LCD down inside the cover, i.e. pressing down on here, looks like it's had an effect on the readability. So what I'll do is I'll run my finger along the ribbon on the back of the LCD, pressing down on the glass, and let's see if the digits come on or not. The contrast is changing slightly, and I'm seeing a little bit of a change. But let's try it now on the ribbon attached to the PCB. And that's making a much bigger difference. Oh, it's going off. It went off there just because the buttons are touching the workbench. So looks like the problem is not so much the ribbon onto the glass, but the ribbon onto the actual PCB itself. So to try and fix this, what I'm going to use is my heat gun and just run along this ribbon here and pressing down at the same time, and let's see if we can bond that ribbon down onto the PCB a bit better. So what I'm going to do is just, I've got very low heat and very low airflow, and I'm just going to use the back of my tweezers here. It's got a nice rounded surface there, and just run along here, pressing down lightly and also heating up at the same time. So here we go. Now these are extremely thin flat flex ribbons, so they're very temperature sensitive, so I have to really watch that I don't melt it at all. And then along the edge as well. There we go. Put it back away. So let's and it's very slightly warm, that's all. So now let's power it up again. I can think we've got power on now. And let's flip it over. And yes, look at that. Perfect. The ghosting seems to have disappeared, and every pixel that should be lit is lit, and we've got a nice flashing cursor at the end. Perfect. Now, I'm not saying that this problem's gone away, because it can come back at any time, because normally once these things start to go, the flat flex can harden slightly, and they'll never ever have as good an adhesive contact between it and the PCB, but it might be good enough for it to last a good while longer. So let's put it back together and let's see if it's still working. Okay, that's it all back together again. So let's see if it powers up. Yes, perfect. And let's see if it prints still. Perfect. Another tool for the workshop. Thanks for watching.